Welcome and thank you for spending this holiday season with 2K Sports as we get ready for the special NBA presentation. Brian Anderson here, joined by the Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. This is their first chance this season playing Boston. Outside Davis. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron. Two elite centers from tip-off to the final buzzer, Grant. We should have a battle on our hands tonight.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. And, you know, in games like this, it's important to give space for your big guys to compete. The last thing you want is to overcrowd the paint and end up taking an elbow.
Counted from distance.
Nice work from A.D. He finds his comfort zone behind the three-point line.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Anthony in the post. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Now here's George. San Antonio moving the ball around. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Well, that's why you feed Gobert near the rim. He makes the most of those easy opportunities.
Anthony outside. Pass to Arenas. 6 to shoot. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. Arenas shot is off.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
On the wing, Davis. Davis drawing the double team. And so the ball out of bounds. Middleton touched it last. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Clock at 6. Here's Davis. Rebound by San Antonio. Middleton, right side. Driving to the basket. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis. Celtics lead by 5. Grant, in recent seasons, the big limiter on Chris Middleton's game has been health.
Yeah, B.A., and it's just so frustrating. Here's a high-impact player, an all-star, and he's always having to come back from something. Not what you want for anyone.
San Antonio with the ball. Following the bucket by Boston. Here's SGA. Uses the glass to drop it in.
There's so many facets to SGA's game. He's equally good from all 3 levels.
Davis a screen. Pass to Howard. Ooh, great D that time from Gobert.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
Here's George. And the big finish by Holmgren.
And you know, as a roller, Holmgren shows great hands, and he makes nice adjustments moving downhill.
Pass to Anthony. The 3 is up. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the San Antonio Spurs. It's a 3-point game. To the middle. Here's Gobert. Rebound, Anthony Davis.
That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home.
Pass to Arenas. Howard, the screen. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Well, Stan, Joe Mazzulla is a young head coach taking over on the Celtics bench in 2022.
Well, B.A., he's got a rare intensity about him. Certainly not afraid to think outside the box, and obviously the results speak for themselves.
Now Now here's Middleton. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Over Howard. It's Middleton on the wing. Money from the wing.
Well, look, you can't lose track of Middleton. He's always a threat off the ball.
.50 left now in the first quarter. Oh, George with a steal. The finish. And the jam by George.
Oh, that's great basketball. Denying them on one end while grabbing points on the other.
Here's Arenas. George with a steal. Back come the Spurs in transition. Here's SGA. And it's blocked by Davis.
He is such an impactful defensive player. Davis's length and timing makes him a prime-time shot blocker.
Howard up top. Back to Anthony. Back to Howard. Tie game in San Antonio. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. What do you guys think? Think about San Antonio here in this one.
You know, they've been relentless in how they attack the paint.
Well, if they're going to be that ferocious inside, this defense is in for a long night.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. And the Spurs with possession here. Pass to Knipple. Launches a three. Barnes with the rebound. And it's the Celtics ball. Now here's Adebayo. Covered by Mobley. Here's Elliott. Right wing. Shot clock at 6. Nice ball movement by Boston. Mobley with the block.
Do not test Evan Mobley, a top-level shot blocker.
Here's San Antonio now. And no question, Bam Adebayo, one of the best all-around big men in the league.
And even as his efficiency has waned just a bit in recent years, he remains steady on a nightly basis. A two-way player who gives you a little of everything.
Mobley with it. And Kamara picks him up defensively. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Now here's Simmons. Still without a bucket. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
This is where Simmons is most comfortable shooting from. Once he's this deep, feed him.
Outside Kamara. Outside Simmons. Cuts off the pass. Over to the wing. Pass to Knipple. To the inside. They swipe it. Pass break. Here come the Celtics. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thank you, B.A. The Celtics trying to keep that laser focus. Coach Joe Mazzulla said, quote, the closer you are to winning, the easier it is to become distracted by things that you can't control. Things that don't matter. Mindset, discipline, and mental toughness are what separate you. Back to you guys.
Staying dialed in. Allie, thanks very much for the report.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Outside Simmons. 4 on the clock. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Adebayo, no good. San Antonio trailing here. Down low. It's stolen by Barnes. Another fast break opportunity for the Celtics. Here we go. And it's Simmons slamming it home.
Oh, my. Big Ben showing us how it's done.
Pass to Rice. For three. Drills it from deep. Rice has got 5 points. And it sure seems like post play has evolved quite a bit over the past decade or two.
It really has. I mean, there aren't many big men who operate only on the low block anymore. But if they do, they're considered throwbacks.
From 9 feet, back to Simmons. Here's Elliott. From outside, off the mark. Here's Harper. Pass to Mobley. Let's go with a three. Adebayo grabs the board. So it's Boston now. Here's Elliott. Now Simmons. Here's Elliott. No good from outside.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Mobley on a screen. To the paint. Adebayo with a steal. In transition, here they come. Back to Simmons. Left side, Kamara. Outside, Simmons. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Boston.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
Yeah, and also a great job hustling on turnovers and turning them into points. Defense creating offense so far in this one.
And he drives in. Good D by Mobley. San Antonio leading. Here's Harper. Pass to Rice. Inside. Right side. No, stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity and a three-point play. It's going to go on Ben Simmons. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Adebayo up top. To the inside. It's picked off. Back come the Spurs in transition. Denied by Adebayo.
What a defensive force. Bam sees him cut at the rim and denies him the bucket.
Here's Harper. 1 second left. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. San Antonio on top, leading by 3. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. And the Defensive Player of the Year for 2025, Evan Mobley. What makes him so formidable?
You know, he has a similar physical frame to Hall of Famer Kevin Garnett. Long-armed and athletic at 6'11", and the intangibles are all there as far as timing and IQ.
Pass to Anthony. Over George. Anthony with a bucket. Anthony's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
That's a go-to shot for him, and for defenders, very difficult to contest.
Ooh, Shea showing no fear inside.
A tricky cover. Gilgeous-Alexander is a talented finisher inside.
Here's Anthony. And George with some nice D. Gilgeous-Alexander attacking. Here's Middleton. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist.
Whew. They're not making it easy on themselves. Tough shot.
Back to Davis. Pass to Howard. Shot clock at 5. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Out to the right wing. Now Gobert. And Gobert flushes it home.
You're best to get out of Gobert's way. You don't want to be on the wrong end of that dunk.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. And yep, it's good.
And making 3 of their first 4 shots in this half is a strong start. Now it's about growing that momentum.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pulls up at the elbow. Second chance shot. Gobert, no good.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Anthony with it. He has 6. On the take. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Picked by Gobert. Charity stripe shot. And the shot falls short that time.
Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively, they've still found a way to get the lead.
Now here's Anthony. Here's Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
And using his length, getting in close to stuff it down. That's just too easy.
Middleton outside. Over Anthony. Misses off the left iron. Boston trailing. Here's Arenas. Pass to Davis. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Middleton. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
And here's the timeout from Mitch Johnson now. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Boston on offense. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Here's Arenas. Pass to Davis. The rebound by Whiteside.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
George outside. Here's Harper. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Chet Holmgren checks some boxes. He said if you can play defense and shoot the ball, you can pretty much play on any court, anywhere. Those are 2 things that are always needed on the basketball court, and that's where the foundation of my game started. Brian, back to you.
A unique talent. Thank you very much for the report, Allie. Here's Arenas. Pass to Davis. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Whiteside. Again, the miss by Boston.
Great work by the defense. That's the intensity coaches want to see.
And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Outside, SGA. Down low. Oh, got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
He was all over that pass. That's a cautionary tale.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That free throw good from Middleton.
You know, one thing I like about Middleton is how well he operates in the pick and roll. If the defense isn't ready for him in that set, he can do some damage.
Here's Arenas. Outside Adebayo. Adebayo sets a screen. 5 to shoot. Pass to Davis. Lets it fly. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Here's Rice. He's got 5. And Davis with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Davis. Here's Rice. 3 quarters of play and a close one here. It's the Spurs. They lead by 3. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the 4th quarter. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Celtics trail by 3. Now here's Simmons. Six to shoot. Rebound San Antonio. Pass to Middleton. SGA looking around. Picked by Gobert. And the jam by Gobert.
Yeah, they could feel that dunk all the way in France. Gobert with the huge dunk.
Now here's Anthony. Now Davis. Adebayo from long range.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the board.
Here's Middleton. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark.
Well, with his team leading, he might just want to put that one in his pocket next time.
Yeah, an elite passing forward. Simmons just dropping a dime.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
About a minute and a half into the 4th now. Mobley on a screen.
Their shooting has stumbled a little bit here in the second half, but their defense is doing a good job of helping protect the lead.
Pounding the offensive glass. That's where Gobert gets a lot of his extra chances.
Now here's Simmons. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Here's SGA. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And now it's a 6-point Spurs lead.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. Yeah, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Here's Simmons. Anthony. Mobley with the block.
Man, Mobley is always lurking, ready to erase any shot that comes his way.
And it's blocked by Davis. Anthony outside. And an intentional foul right there. Boston making a switch here.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation.
San Antonio. Len Rice. First personal foul.
Here's Arenas. Lets it fly. And he nails that one right through the heart.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Second team.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
Checking in for the Celtics. Number 12.
Mobley on a screen. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. And Davis picks him up defensively. Gobert. Now Mobley. Here they come with numbers in transition. Fires away from outside. Here's Arenas. Just 5 on the clock. Drives to the hoop. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Timeout called Mitch Johnson. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle. He told his guys to stay after it, to not get complacent and lazy with this lead. He wants them to keep adding to it. We'll see if they're able to do it, guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
All eyes on SGA, so he kicks it out to the perimeter. Just excellent recognition.
Howard, the screen. Oh, off target from downtown.
Every possession counts for them right now. That's not going to get it done.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Rice. Puts it up from 17. Oh, it's off. Celtics trail by 7. Now Davis. Oh, the stop.
With all the attention AD draws, if Davis moves the ball, good things will happen.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. A thunderous two-hander with authority.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And the foul called on Evan Mobley. That's his first foul. There's 57 seconds left in the game. Shot clock at 6. Davis. Holmgren there for the rebound. Oh, the finesse with the floater.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Now here's Davis. The 10-footer. Holmgren there for the rebound. Well, Grant, this game looks just about over.
BA, all they really need to do is just work that clock, don't turn it over, and this game is a wrap. Honestly, they're just down by too much to mount a comeback.
Well, you want your players to keep playing hard, but let's be honest. This game's over.
Gilgeous-Alexander fires. No stopping him from 16 feet out. So we see the Spurs taking the W here. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off the energy. You saw their activity level go up. Just a tremendous performance.
And that'll do it, folks.